I'm Anita of My Juke and I podcast, and wherever you are in the world, hope you're having a wonderful day. Well, Harry and Meghan have a particular type of ingredient, and it's called winning. They just keep winning. Everything they encounter, everything they touch turns into gold. And remember when Harry and Meghan were in Nigeria and they promised to build that rehabilitation center for wounded military personnel? Well, guess what? There's an article in People magazine today, which I thought I should bring to you about the progress of that facility. So let us just get into it, okay? So it says here Prince Harry celebrates another key step in his Invictus Games journey, and it's an exclusive, people. The Duke of Sussex spoke about the strength, hope, and healing that will be helped by the first global Invictus Games Center in Abuja, Nigeria. So here's Harry giving a two thumbs up to the people of Nigeria as well as Nigeria itself. So let's continue reading. Prince Harry's Invictus Games is celebrating a new way to help its athletes. Okay. As the Duke of Sussex 40 prepares to head to Vancouver, British Columbia for the next Invictus Games, one of the newer nations to join the Paralympic style contest for wounded, injured, and sick veterans and armed service members has taken the next step forward. Let's continue. Ground has been broken at Nigeria's new rehabilitation building for wounded service members called the Armed Forces Invictus Centre. You heard? That's what it's going to be called. Kickoff of the construction of the venue in Abuja began in January 2025. And let me tell you something. One thing I know about the Nigerian people and African people in general, when they start a building, they finish. They are not playing. They know about construction and they follow through. This is not like the United States here where people start to build something and it just drags on and drags on and drags on. No, 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 no. I'm telling you, these people over there, they know their craft and they certainly can deliver. So I bet your bottom dollar that this building, this rehabilitation center, is going to be completed by the end of 2025. Okay? The center will be a global first for the Invictus Games Foundation and signifies Nigeria's enthusiastic adoption of the Games as well as what it can do for physically and mentally injured servicemen and women. I know it is going to be a blessing for these individuals. They're going to get their rehabilitation that they need for sure. Okay, so we are expecting not only are we going to get a rehabilitation center, but we are expecting it to be staffed fully, which means more employment and at the same time, it's a great benefit for these servicemen for sure. So this is a twofold project in and of itself. Okay, I'm telling you, everything the Sussexes touch, it turns to gold, and they are very thoughtful of what they're doing. And the decisions that they're making is certainly far reaching for sure. So it says the outgoing CEO of the Invictus Games Foundation, Dominic Reed, tells people of his pride in the center and the West African countries' adoption of these ethos of Invictus and how adaptive sports can help rehab. Okay. The most important part of Nigeria's involvement is that sports rehabilitation is now a thing in Nigeria, he says. Now, I'm just saying what the man just said. Okay. Dominic Reed said that for all the Nigerian people out there, I'm not saying that you guys didn't have that type of rehabilitation before. Uh, Dominic Reed is saying it. Okay. Okay. He surveyed the place, he saw what was over there. And he is now saying that it is a thing now in Nigeria. Okay, so hey, 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 better late than never. Okay, okay, let's let us just live it as that. Okay, so here's Dominic Reed. Take it up with him. Okay. And here's our beautiful Meghan and Harry indeed. Happy people, happy people. So uh, is Reed says that is absolutely astonishing as they had little knowledge about how to rehabilitate people when we first engaged with them. So he's saying that they had no knowledge. The man is now saying that people had no knowledge of how to rehabilitate. I kind of find that hard to believe, but hey, I'm going to take the man's words for it, okay? It speaks very loudly of the international impact that Invictus has. And I'm really proud of that, he tells people, as the next Invictus Games is set to begin on February 8th. People, mark your calendar. I'm telling you, don't miss out on the Invictus Games. And they're going to bring the opening ceremony on YouTube. So we're going to have an outlet. We know that it's going to be viewed, of course, on ITVX, but YouTube is also another venue, another medium that we can also watch it on for those people who cannot get ITVX, okay, or CTV Canada. Prince Harry has shown plans for the center when he was in Nigeria alongside his wife Meghan in May 2024. So clearly they know what the center is going to look like because they've already seen the plans, the drawn up plans for it. And I'm telling you, guys, don't you miss when Harry and Meghan were in Nigeria? I'm telling you, the Nigerian people, they were so gracious. They really treated Harry and Meghan like the royalties they are. They really treated them wonderfully. And yes, thank you to Nigeria for being such a gracious host. So, Dominic Reed, they're continuing to say, he told those attending a reception in Abaju that service personnel were not being defined by their injuries. Okay, so here is Harry having the time of his life, and Meghan is in the middle of everything. And I think this guy I think he works for Harry and Meghan, or he probably worked for the Invictus Games. Yes, 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 yes. He works for the Invictus Games. I've been seeing him for the longest while. Yeah, the Invictus Games. Sorry. Okay, and that is what the new center you're building is all about. Dominic said. Seeing the plans for the new Invictus Center gives me goosebump, Dominic said. It gives him goosebump. It's certainly a huge, huge, huge achievement. To be able to bring something like this to life, to be able to create a rehabilitation center for these, service personnel is absolutely amazing for sure. So the architect of the new center, Bina Bannon, explained to people in May 2024 this space will be a healing place for veterans. Bannon traveled to some of the events with Harry and Meghan during their visit to the country. Nigeria has the largest army in Africa, and with everything that is happening, this will give more hope for those who are serving, as they know that if something was to happen, there is this facility to fall back on. Bravo, absolutely bravo, bravo. So this is what he told people. It will help them heal, but also is telling them they are not being left alone. As work started on the new development on January 31st, Prince Harry said in a statement the groundbreaking of the Armed Forces Invictus Centre in Nigeria represents a pivotal shift for our global Invictus community, ex- expanding its reach to the greater continent of Africa. When my wife and I visited Nigeria last May, we witnessed firsthand the strength, hope, and healing that sport ignites in individuals, as well as its restorative impact on families. I could continue, guys, and say all the testimonies that have, that has come from the Invictus Games, the positive impact that the Invictus Games have on so many lives. And if you want to hear about those impacts, all you have to do is to go on the Invictus Foundation website, and you will see those testimonies where people, talk about how hopeless they were. And another outlet again is to go ahead and look at the docu-series that Harry created for the Invictus Games on Netflix. So you could go and look at that. It is amazing. It is powerful. It is touching. It definitely will make you grateful, and it will motivate you. So, yes, absolutely. Harry continued to say, I'm especially proud to see Nigeria leading the way in Africa with this purpose built recovery center. Bravo, Harry. And here they are. Here they are. Harry and Meghan when they were in Dusseldorf, Germany. His friend and colleague David Wiseman, director for the International Development Invictus Games Foundation, added a statement. We are delighted to see Nigeria bring their version for a new recovery center to, sorry, I say vision. I was just reading very fast here. We are delighted to see Nigeria bring their vision for a new recovery center to life. Nigeria continues to be a fantastically engaged member of our community, engaging both with the Invictus Games and our programs beyond the Games. Thanks to the support of Monster Energy Cares, Nigeria's growing commitment to sports for recovery for their wounded, injured, and sick service personnel and veterans continues to be an inspiration. Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so this is really, really good. We look forward to witnessing the impact of this fantastic development on the Nigeria and broader Africa community. That's what he said. So wonderful, wonderful. Here's Harry and Meghan visiting um, Canada. That they were at this point, I believe they were marking the 1 year event to go. Okay, that was really cool. Harry was trying out all the winter sports and so on. Nigeria is gearing up for its second appearance at the Invictus Games in Canada following the team's initial involvement in Dusseldorf, Germany in September 2023. For Reed, the Vancouver Whistler Games from February 8 to February 16, I hope you guys are hearing that, will be his last as CEO. Oh, Dominic, he's going to be missed. He's been there, I believe, for 10 years. Over the last 10 years, he says, the organization has made a significant impact in the way in which disability is perceived. We have changed notions around service. It's a really powerful thing that has been done. We talk about changing lives and saving lives, and pieces of research we did in Dusseldorf. 10% of a group of people interviewed, they were not confident they would be here if it wasn't for what they had got from Invictus, he adds. That piece of research demonstrates that we have had an impact that is very sobering indeed. Okay, so that's the end of the article. It's a really positive article. I'm happy I read it thoroughly, because I was thinking of reading just, small bits of it, but I'm happy about reading it in its entirety. And bravo to Nigeria. They're going to get a rehabilitation center, and it appears that based on what the article has said, that this is new to Nigeria in terms of the means at which they go ahead and rehabilitate wounded personnels and veterans. So bravo to Nigeria. And I'm sure that this is going to make a difference in a lot of people's lives. And hopefully, some of the people that we saw in the hospital that Harry visited, they are going to, have access to this facility, and they're going to benefit greatly from it. Okay, so it's very late now. I think I'm gonna call it a day. I've been up since 4 o'clock in the morning, and it is now 10:35. So, guys, leave your comments below. Tell me what you think about this new rehabilitation center, And I'll see you on the next one. Take care and bye.